Matthew Malore, and today we're going to talk about some mixing, food combining. You may have heard this before, that food combining is not a good thing and that the body likes simplicity. But what we may not understand is why we don't want to mix proteins with carbohydrates, and maybe why we don't want to eat proteins to begin with. Now let's start off by talking about what happens in digestion when you eat carbohydrates. First of all, a carbohydrate is a complex sugar. So we have simple sugars: fructose, glucose, galactose, and I think that's it. So when we eat any of these sugars, our body has a very easy time of digesting and assimilating them. If you were to eat a complex sugar, like rice or bread or flour or grains or any kind of thing that is a complex carbohydrate, essentially what that means is it's more condensed, it's more concentrated. So your body has to use more of your energy to assimilate and absorb and utilize that energy. Carbohydrates begin digestion in the mouth with amylase. Yes, carbohydrates and sugars begin in the mouth, and fats. They move down into the stomach and they digest quite easily. But they require insulin from the pancreas. That's why nowadays a lot of people have issues with pancreas or with gluten, because their pancreas is exhausted creating diabetes. That's why you may have experiencing gluten intolerance. Some people, all people, do have gluten intolerance. It's just some people are more tolerant to it than others. So I wouldn't say stop eating it, but I would say your body will do better if you cease to eat it. Maybe not initially, but over the years, your body will become accustomed to a living food diet, which will require less of your systematic energy to digest and assimilate and utilize the energy. Okay. Now we have proteins. Proteins are made of amino acids. Once again, a very condensed form of food. When you eat the proteins, your body has to break apart the proteins with pepsin from hydrochloric acid in your stomach. Protein begins digestion in the stomach. So, amino acids are what we really want. Simple sugars are what we really want. But we continue to eat complex protein, complex carbohydrate. Why? Because ages ago, when human beings migrated from the tropical regions, we didn't understand that the fruit and the simple sugars is what made us healthy, is what made our species in nature very healthy. Once we began to get into the colder regions, we ran out of food. So we started to do what the other animals do, by eating other foods, because we didn't know we were an animal. Because we are an animal. Funny enough, we are categorized on this planet as an animal. So, where do I go from here? I could go lay in a hammock. I'm in Thailand, but don't let me digress too far. Okay, so proteins begin digestion in the stomach, carbohydrates in the mouth. Once both are in the stomach, just say you eat rice and steak or rice and fish, what's going to happen is the rice will no longer digest, and it will sit in your stomach and ferment until the protein is done digestion, because the two cannot digest at once. The body cannot handle those tasks. At least it cannot handle it in a very effective manner. So the ethanol alcohol that is created by the digestion or the lack of digestion of the carbohydrates creates all sorts of issues: skin issues, headaches, joint issues. It creates runny noses, it creates mucus, it creates not a good environment, and it creates an environment that will allow candida to thrive in you. And candida is a prerequisite for any other disease, so you just didn't know. And I am not a doctor, just so you know. I do not give health advice. I just give education on what the body is doing in nature. So, when nature tells you that you're sick, when you get a lot of acne, you get a little runny nose, that is an alarm system. Okay? When alarm systems go off in your house, if there's a fire, what do? Do you cut the wires of the alarm system? No. What you do is you go put the fire out. So what's causing the runny nose, the fire, and the coughing? If you have coughing and if you have phlegm, what is causing that? What is causing the fire? Go put the fire out. The fire is the food you are eating. Now there are other factors environmentally that could be affecting you, but I am not saying at this time what those are, because that is up to you and for you to understand. I am merely talking about food and what it does to you in nature, because we as humans are part of nature, and the sooner you understand that and the sooner you begin to eat in line with your species, the happier you will be. This is Matthew Malore. Please subscribe to my channel. Please friend me on Facebook, because I like friends and I like to share this information with as many people as possible. I'm in Thailand. I'm spending time with Buddhist monk. I'm spending time at yoga center. I'm starting to teach retreats at this grounded yoga wellness center, well-being center in Koh Tao, Thailand. Give you a view. There's the beach behind me. Yes, so I'm very happy you could watch this channel and share this channel with your friends, because this information must get out there, because there's no more need for medication, there's no more need for these Metamucils, Pepto-Bismols, Tums, you name it. These are all just patchwork, painting over the rust. Get yourself in shape, get your health in shape, and find love in your life. Take care. Bye.